guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have with me another Lock the Box haul, and this came about I think a week back, and I just had a sneak peek and I'm so excited to go through some of these books with you. They are just brilliant. There is also another Lock the Box sale that's happening right now if you're from Tamil Nadu. I think that's until the 2nd of December. So if you're interested to know what kind of books you can get, stay tuned until the end of the video, because I'm going to give you some of the books that I saw in the sale this time, and you can definitely add to your box. And those probably will be some of the books that I'd be checking out as well. So I saw some great books this time. But before that, we'll go through this one. So I'm going to start off with The World of David Walliams' Book of Stuff. Now, this is an amazing book to have if you are already into the David Walliams world. So this has a lot of activities and interactions of all of the different characters that are there as part of the David Walliams world. If you have not read any of the David Walliams books before, then I would not recommend getting this. But if you have, then definitely worth having as part of your collection. Now it's a little bit like bent over the edge over here on the top, if you can see that. But I think it's still okay because I really wanted to have this book because I have some favorite characters in all of the books that David Walliams writes. And so that was the first book I poked into my box. I then have another David Walliams one, and this is a slightly annoying elephant. This is more of like a children's book rather than a middle grade book. So if you look inside, it has like these beautiful illustrated elements for like children. And I really wanted to like add this to my collection because, well, basically I end up buying anything that's David Walliams. So another David Walliams one. And also this was in hardcover, so I really wanted to have it. I got another David Walliams book, and that is Bad Dad. Now again, this is hardcover, and so I was so excited that I saw this book. I have not read it, so I really wanted to add this to my collection and read it. And oh my god, some of these David Walliams books are just so brilliant, especially if you're trying to like come out of a slump, or you just want to read something middle grade-ish or something easy and simple. But all of his books have like this beautiful moral to it as well, and that is like not just for a middle grader. So I enjoy all of his books, and finding them in hardcover is like the cherry on top. So that was that. I then got myself Marilu's Warcross. So the last time in the Lock the Box sale, I got Marilu's Legend, and that's a dystopian trilogy. I read the first book. I didn't get to the second and the third. However, I really enjoyed the first book. So I wanted to try out other Marilu books, and I saw Warcross, which is again dystopian, and I immediately picked it up. I am so excited for this book as well because some of her books are like so different and very, very overreaching, if that's the right word. So I'm excited to like try that one out. One of the books I was so excited about this time was Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. So I read Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and it blew my mind. Now, it's like your typical horror story with like a haunted house, and there are like very cliched and very I know what's going to happen elements, and still Riley Sager was able to keep you engaged and intrigued throughout the book. And I think that's what I loved about it. So even though I knew what was going to happen, I knew the plot, I knew the premise, I kind of already guessed what was going to happen, but still I couldn't put the book down. And so ever since I read that, I really wanted to try more Riley Sager books. And it's so difficult to get your hands on one because I've tried searching on Amazon, Flipkart, it's just not available anywhere as much. So when I saw Last Time I Lied, immediately picked it up. I will definitely read this book, and I will let you know how it was and if I'm still a Riley Sager fan after this. The next book I got is A Series of Unfortunate Events. This is a Carnivorous Carnival, book the 9th. I actually just don't have two books from this entire series. One was this one, and the other one is The Slippery Slope. and I've been trying to get this complete collection of hardbacks, and I generally find them in the Lock the Box sales. So this one I kept finding it as out of stock most of the time, but last time I found it and I'm so excited that I got this. The next book I got is Cassandra Clare's City of Ashes. So if you have seen my videos before, you know that I'm not a huge Mortal Instruments fan. I do not enjoy Clary Fairchild at all, but ever since I watched the TV series on the Mortal Instruments, I have been a huge fan. I just want to know like what happens in all of the books. I've suddenly been like taken over by like the Mortal Instruments storm. And I think that's primarily because of Magnus Bane, because Magnus Bane is one of my like favorite Shadowhunter characters, and I did not know there was so much of a plot line and so much of a character background development during the Mortal Instruments for him. So I decided, third time's a charm, I will give it another go. So I did get City of Bones last time, I got City of Ashes this time, and I'm trying to like get the entire collection so that I can go ahead and try the Shadowhunters Mortal Instrument series again. And this book is actually in exceptional quality. It's almost like a new book, so I'm super impressed. I then got, because why not, I got a Harry Potter The Deathly Hallows, a hardcover edition of the adult editions that have been released. So I already have like the paperback children edition ones, and I haven't seen like these adult editions as much, especially in hardcover. So when I saw this one on the sale, I immediately picked it up. I think I'm going to try and complete the rest of the collection as well and get more adult editions of the Harry Potter as much as I can. I then have the Austere Academy book, the fifth, again a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. And this one I actually have the paperback version already, but because the rest of my series are all hardcovers, I really wanted to get this in hardcover as well. So that's why I got the Austere Academy, to be honest. But I highly recommend this middle grade series for you. If you're into something a little more depressing in the middle grade set of books, but at the same time there's lots of like murder and mystery and intrigue, and almost you feel sorry for those two kids, and they're just three lovely kids that you want to like learn more about. So yeah, highly recommend this series. And another book that I'm so excited in getting is Marilu's Batman Nightwalker, and this is the beautiful hardcover edition of the series. Now I already have Catwoman by Sarah J. Maas and also Matt Lipina's Superman, and I wanted to get the hardcover of Batman because those two are paperbacks, and this hardcover just looks amazing. And I found it in the Lock the Box sale and I was so excited. Immediately went into my box. I will definitely read it and let you know what I think about this book. And then I got another David volumes, and this is Gangsta Granny. This is another hardcover edition of this book. I have read this before, so this is purely for my collection purposes. And then I got this huge book, which is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra, Clare. Now, this is a set of stories, short stories that revolve around the Shadowhunter world and all of the characters that you meet in the Shadowhunter world. So if you've not read any of the Shadowhunter books, then do not pick this book up. But if you have and you want a little more insight into all of their lives, then definitely pick this up. I do like this, but I like the Magnus Bane, the Bane Chronicles. That's my number one short story set of books. This is my second favorite, and it's just huge. And it's actually in pretty decent quality. So super impressed this time so far. And then I got some knickknacks. I got myself two Goosebumps. Both of them are Horrorland, and this is The Scream of the Haunted Mask, and this is Who's Your Mummy. Now, I've been trying to like do this collection of Goosebumps books. I've slowly started this collection because I actually really enjoy Goosebumps, but I've never like gotten to start reading them as much because there is a lot of books in the Goosebumps series, and I've probably just covered quarter of the set of books that are there, and they are really scary. Now, I know this is for like middle graders, but they are scary. So you should definitely like check out these books. I personally could just get the box set, but I did not want to do that because I feel like with Goosebumps, I want to like read a book and then want to read another one, and I want to like buy it at that point in time, which is why I bought like 2 books this time, and I think I got 2 books last time, and then all like as part of different series. So both of these are Horrorland. I think the ones I got last time were completely different, related to the Living Dummy. So yeah, excited about the Goosebumps books. And then I got these 2 pretty ones, which is A Midsummer's Night Dream and Richard III by Shakespeare. Now both of these are the Tony Ross illustrated ones, and just look how cute this is. And tell me you don't want this book. So I saw these editions last time during the Lock the Box sale, and I decided that I really need to start collecting these because these are just so cute, and they're like great if you have like a child and you just want to start them on Shakespeare, or if you just want to like, you know, look at these illustrations and enjoy Shakespeare and then read the abridged and unabridged versions of the plays. Either way, I think these are great books to have in your collection. I think I got 2 last time, I got 2 this time, and these are like really thin and they just fit into your box as like add-ons. So highly recommend these as well. And then I got myself 2 Disney books because why not? This is Aladdin, the Ladybird edition, and if you've seen my last Lock the Box video, I was really disappointed with the Aladdin that I had got because it was tattered and it was like wet and I could barely separate the pages. But this one, in perfect quality. So super happy with this edition of the book this time. Exactly what I wanted. And I also got this time Disney's Frozen. Now the last time I got Frozen, it was like a book of the film. I didn't know it was not a picture book. It ended up being like a whole story format, and that was not what I was looking for. I wanted like the movie picture format of the book, and I think I got it correctly this time. So I'm really happy for it. It's also in really good condition. So yeah, overall super impressed. I also find like there's a few bookmarks in it as well. So yeah, great additions. So I think overall, all of the books I got this time were like a huge and major improvement from the books I got last time. I know like last time some of the books had like a few tatters, some of them were like not the best quality, but this time, hats off. Like all of the books are amazing. Now to get to this sale that's happening right now, some of the books that I will highly recommend are, if you are into J. Christoph, then the Illumine files are available. So Illumine and Gemina, the first 2 books in the trilogy, are available in the Lock the Box sale. I have Illumina, I don't have Gemina this time. So probably I will think of adding it into my basket. It's a whole sci-fi thriller, and if you're into sci-fi, you should definitely check it out. Also from the Cassandra Clare editions, from the Mortal Instruments, I did see City of Bones and City of Glass. I also saw the Clockwork Princess from the Infernal Devices, but the rest of the books were all out of stock. And this is especially because I was trying to get more books from the Mortal Instruments series, and most of them are out of stock. In the 2 books that I just mentioned, I already had them, so did not add any of the Cassandra Clare books this time. There's also a whole lot of Holly Black books, so if you are interested in Holly Black, then you can check it out. The Spiderwick Chronicles are also available. So again, that's like a fantasy world kind of book. So if you like Harry Potter, you'll definitely like the Spiderwick Chronicles. So you can check that out, and they have like the hardcover editions of the books, and so that's also an amazing collection to have. With respect to Riley Saga, I did see Last Time I Lied and Final Girls. Both of them are part of the Lock the Box catalog, but I think both of them were out of the box the last time I checked. But then most of the time they go in stock and out of stock, like with all of these books, so it's always worth like checking a couple of times and just making sure that you have the right books at the right time. With respect to like the Batman series, the Batman one that I have, I don't think the hardcover was available this time. However, the paperback version of Catwoman and Superman were available, so that's something that you can definitely check out. Most of the David Walliams books are always available, so you can always add them if you're trying to, you know, try a new middle grade thing. The Shakespeare books that I showed are also mostly available, so you can always add them as knickknacks to your box. With Goosebumps, most of the books are always available, especially with Horrorland, so you can always add them as well. I also saw a bunch of Kate Morton books, so if you're into historical fiction, then you can definitely check out Kate Morton. I personally wanted The Clockmaker's Daughter, but that was out of stock. But they have a few other books by Kate Morton, so it's definitely worth checking some of her other books as well. With respect to Marilu, I did see Legend, I saw Warcross, and I saw Wildcard, which is the second book in the Warcross series. So if you're interested in trying out any of the Marilu books, I definitely recommend it. I also saw Leigh Bardugo's books. I did not see Shadow and Bone, but I did see her second two books. So I saw Siege and Storm, and I saw the third book as well. So if you're like into the Shadow and Bone trilogy, then you can try those books as well. I also did see a bunch of Asterix and some Tintins as well. So if you're into like comics and graphic novels, you can check out some of those. There are also a bunch of graphic novels around Batman and DC and Marvel. So if you just key in those keywords as part of the search bar, I'm pretty sure you'll find something that you're interested in. And I saw a lot of them actually in stock. So I personally tried for Harley Quinn, but then the books that were on Harley Quinn were all out of stock. But I did see a few on Batman. So I'm pretty sure there are some DC and Marvel books that you can definitely check out. At one time I did see the School of Good and Evil, but this time I did not find that. But if you did find it, then that's good for you. I also think that you can check out any of the Harry Potter books as well, because I did find the paperback versions of the child editions, the first 3 books that are still available, but I did not find any of the adult editions which I was trying to get. So that's a bit of a blur. But you can always try and score some of those children's editions which are in hardback. I think I saw Goblet of Fire in hardcover, so it's definitely worth giving it a try. And also for sure check out the classics section, because sometimes they have like these amazing limited edition classics which are generally super expensive outside. So I was personally trying for Anne of Green Gables this time, and I did see a lot of Anne of Green Gables, so I was so excited about that. So yeah, those are some of the books that I was checking out this time. If you also like non-fiction, then I did see Sapiens, A History of Mankind, which I know is a super popular book, and I did see it, and that is in stock, so you can definitely check that out as well. So yeah, those are some of the books that you can score in this time's Lock the Box sale. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, because that so motivates me to make more videos. If you enjoyed it, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!